For our standing full body movements, the chair is here for support if you need it. So if you do feel a little unsteady or if your balance is challenged for today, keep a hand on the chair the entire time. So do what feels comfortable and safe for your body. The first full body movement we will do is our slow motion marches. Very similar to our balance drill, but we will constantly be moving. Opposite leg to arm. So we'll lift one leg up. You can keep the toes down for more balance, or you can lift the leg to the height of the hip, up to the height of the hip and lift the toes. Opposite arm forward or forward and up. So find what works best for you. And then release down. We're going to do the same side, so up to 5 times so that you can keep a hand onto the chair if you need it. So same leg lifts, same arm lifts, and then release. Keep that core engaged, shoulders over the hips, head over the tailbone, neutral position with the head. So bottom of the chin is parallel to the floor. One last time on this side, and then let's slowly release down and step over to the other side of the chair, keeping one hand onto the chair if you need it. And now we'll do the opposite leg lifts. Remember, toes can stay down, or you can lift that leg up to the height of the hip and lift the toes, and then opposite arm to leg lifts, and then release down. Make sure you're not locking out the standing leg. We'll lift and release, and lift and release. We have 2 more times on this side. Release, and then release. Nice. And then I'm going to stand right behind my chair. So the chair is here for support if you need it. We'll lift the heel of one foot off of the floor. And then same thing as when we were coming from a seated position, we'll step it out. So find this opening of the inner leg as the knee starts to point out an angle, and then come back in. So same leg. We'll open and then come back in. If you'd like, you can add the arm, that cactus shape. Open and in. 2 more times, open and in. And then last time, open and in. And then you can shake it out, wiggle it out, and let's move to the other side. So opposite heel lifts, opposite arm to the leg, and we'll open and close. And open and close. So let's do a few more times. Open and close. And one last time, open and close, and then shake it out. For this next one, I'm going to give you the side view. So let me turn my chair to the side. We'll stand a little bit behind the chair. So now we're going to focus on working the back of the legs and the back core. Have a soft bend in the knees, and let's step the feet a little bit closer together. Engage through the core muscles, so strong flat back, hinge forward at the hips, just a few degrees forward until you feel that your hands are firmly planted down onto the chair. From here, we'll lift one leg straight back. Doesn't have to be too high. Make sure you're not overarching through the back. And then maybe the opposite arm with the palm facing towards the center of the body draws forward. And then release. So I'm maintaining the strong flat back. I'm hinging forward at the hips. Let's move to the other side. So next, opposite leg, opposite arm, and then release. So alternating side to side, moving slow and with control, always engaging through those abdominal, those front core muscles to support the spine, making sure we're not overarching through the spine. Nice. One last time on each side. And then go ahead and upright and wiggle it out. So while I have my chair giving you the side view, the next movement we will do is our squats. So just to review the proper technique for our squats, we'll separate the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And when we squat, we don't want the knees to go past the toes, and we always want the knees to track towards the center of the toes. So we don't want the knees to come in. So when we squat, We maintain that strong core. Hinge forward at the hips as your bottom draws back behind you, and then soft bend in the knees. And the depth of your squat is up to you. Feel the work of the muscles of your bottom and your legs. Keep that chest lifted, and notice if you're overarching through the lower spine. See if you can lengthen that tailbone down. And then to rise up, we'll press into the heels to stand up tall. So let's add the arms for a full body movement. Let's come into that squat. Still have those palms facing each other. We'll draw both arms forward or forward and up. The height is up to you. Keep moving the shoulders down. And then to stand up tall, we will press into the heels, stand up tall. And if it feels good, maybe draw those arms a little bit back behind you so you get a stretch for the chest. Come into your squat. Bottom draws back behind you. Feel the weight in the heels. And then press into the heels to stand up tall. Stretch out the front of the body. Let's do that 3 more times. Squat, arms forward, kind of as a counterbalance. Rise on up. Strengthen the legs. Twice more. Squat, arms forward or forward and up. And then rise up tall. And then one last time. Squat. And then rise on up. And then shake it out. All right. Great job, everyone. Our final full body movement will be more for our outer legs, the side waist. So let's find ourselves in a standing position behind the chair. Remember, you can keep a hand on the chair for support if you need it. And we'll slowly lift one leg out to the side. You can keep the toes down or you can lift the foot, completely up to you. And starting with the arm, with the palm facing towards the body, opposite arm of the leg lifts and come back to center. Over to the other side. Leg steps out, toes down or toes lift, little balance work. Opposite arm lifts out to the side. So as we move side to side, remember you're welcome to keep a hand on the chair if you need it for support, for balance. And if it's safe to do so, you can release the hand off of the chair. So it'll work a little bit on balance as well as full body strength and coordination. Nice. Let's do one more time on each side. Still engaging through those core muscles, shoulders over the hips, head over the tailbone, and then slowly release, shake it out, wiggle it out, stretch it out, whatever feels good to your body. Great job.